All right.
Wait for pickup. Yeah.
We're probably live now. Who knows?
Yep, we are live. Yeah,
Indeed, we are.
I just got the alert.
Nice. All right. Hello. Welcome to the Hex Happy Hour show with, man, I already got like 10 people in here. I guess did the running on old Obama time. Make them wait and then show up and everybody's there when you already go live. Crypto Vince.
Hey.
Motley Investor from a remote location.
That's right.
And Big Kurkowski. What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Not much.
Have a packed rundown today, so we'll see how much we get through it, or we might get through it in 10 minutes and then twiddle our thumbs for an hour. I don't know. Can't tell how these things go sometimes, but we were just talking about it in the green room. $1 trillion Bitcoin market cap. We made it. Is that the top? Is it over now? Like, what's going on? I say no, obviously. I think
not
6 digits all the way.
Not even close.
This run.
I mean, this very well could be that the run, you know, like the one that people have been talking about for the past 2 bull runs. So like, oh, mass adoption is coming. Mass adoption is coming. I mean, we might see that here, you know. I mean, 1 trillion is a far cry from how high we can go. I mean, especially considering that market cap is a vanity metric and many coins are hacking the market cap. I mean, we will talk about some of them. I mean, tonight for sure. But I mean, like they're destroying the market cap. You know, so like that. Yeah. I mean, projects.
You're referring to like a certain coin that starts with a B.
That's one of them. I mean, and it's whole and
it ends with a B.
Yeah, and it's actually this one doesn't. Isn't that one BSC? Isn't it a difference between BNB and BSC? Isn't there like?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That's a good point. Which is even more interesting, and I mean, and then it's the breakdown and all the insane shit that's on there. You know, whether you're talking about pancakes or what the hell else ever is on there, that's also blowing up like insane. You know. I mean,
love pancakes.
I do.
I like pancakes. Do we got a pancake coin now? That's great.
It's a whole swap, man. A whole friggin' swap. Yeah.
Sweet.
You know, it's but like again, it's like we forget very quickly that the whole point of all of the reason why we go through the hoops that we go through is for the decentralized nature of it, which like that's not. I mean. That's it. This really proves, like Richard Wright again, that like nobody cares about that shit. They care about the number go up. That's it, you know, because like finance, that is not trustless by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, speaking of that, I guess we can segue out of order. So
yeah,
this
I was thinking the same thing. Like,
but this was I'll bring this one up and we can talk about this little gem here that was put out yesterday.
Should I get my middle fingers ready?
No. Oh boy.
Yeah,
there's a few, but you know.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch. Like I got a lot of what I want to talk about is cycling around this whole bullshit anyway. So
yeah, you know, as well get.
Well, let's get into it because I mean this one. I mean, for obvious reasons, for Hexicans, just like lit a fire under me because
it's fantastic.
It's fantastically disgusting because
dude, we're
I just reading it and it just I'll put myself through the misery. It's interesting. Many exchanges won't list the 4th largest crypto. It shows a finite mindset, and they still don't understand that it limits their own growth. As BSC BNB gets bigger, this effect will become increasingly clear. Says the guy who gatekeeps others.
We are literally in like Hex is like that episode of South Park. Simpsons did it, you know. Like Hex did it. Like we've already already dealt with it. Like everything that the cryptosphere does, we're like, yeah, we've already been there. We've already done this. Like hello. We've been talking about this for a while, and not only that, but you're part of you. It's you.
Yeah, I think about every Hexican probably commented on that post that saw it. Just couldn't resist.
Yeah, I saw that Steph made a sarcastic Hex version of that tweet. I couldn't retweet that fast enough.
Yeah, he jumped on that one.
That was good.
That's good.
Yeah, I mean something's. I mean, really, you can't. I mean, you can't write shit
Yeah,
like that
it's
anymore.
it's poetic justice. You know, they've done it so long to us, and to just sit there and bitch about it is the ultimate irony. Like I don't like this guy. I don't
Well,
like CZ
it's
at all.
frustrating because like it's not that he's just bitching about it. It's that he's like taking the same stance, like literally the same stance that we've taken of like
Yeah.
we don't even like you're hurting yourself. We don't need you. You know, which I mean, I get it. You know, I get it. But like, yeah, because it's at first.
Finance is in its death throes. Like they see the bloody writing on the wall, like it's coming. Like, and it's probably what I'm sure Cabana's got the other tweets coming up too. But you'll see coming up. It's going to be these decentralized exchanges now that they know where we're heading, and so we're right now. I'd say the only restriction to us now are these gas fees. And yeah, I believe he pulled up the tweet right there where I was actually talking to this guy after he made the tweet, and I know Johnny's talked about it, but they're manipulating all these gas fees. So they do the highest gas fee possible for these transactions, and they're inflating. They're causing the congestion that they're quoting over here, causing us to have $100, $200, $300 fees because that's what you need for these decentralized exchanges. And then they turn around and halt all Ethereum transactions. Like the whole practice is just disgusting. And I can't wait to get rid of these middlemen sooner rather than later. But yeah, just more manipulation, just like we've seen traditional finance and crypto, and it's just these big exchanges that just want to sit here and manipulate the best they can to their own advantage.
Yeah.
Yep. That is as well said as it could be. I mean, it's something that I think that we've talked about in the past, that like a very like that this could be an attack, like and Ethereum could handle or deal with attacks like this because people can spam the network. Now, you've wondered in the past, like, okay, who's gonna have enough money and have enough of a bag of something else or enough interest in something else to make it worthwhile, So like, even though this dude's found 5% of all transactions as Binance transactions, that's all it really is on his infograph, 5 or 6%, like that's from Binance's actual wallets, like
No.
I have a high likelihood to believe that in the same way that all of these Binance list sushi, a week into its existence, like I think I forget that shit, like there's collusion across the whole, like Binance isn't the only ones that are involved with this, like there's other exchanges that also would stand to gain from having these transactions being limited.
It honestly makes me slightly worried for even when layer 2 does come out, if we just see more of this, if they just try to ramp up and again try to raise the gas fees even with a new solution, when it actually comes out, when Ethereum actually releases it. I don't know.
Well, I mean, layer 2, some of layer 2 stuff is already here,
Yeah.
So like it doesn't really help Hex that much, sadly. I mean, it helps peripherally, but like it doesn't help us in the sense that like you have to, if you're going to stake your coins, you got to stake and unstake on mainnet, So like if you're going to trade coins, then fine. This is great. I would love all traders to move to, and like there's other solutions out there that are like, I wouldn't call them layer 2, but they kind of are, and I'll name drop some other, tokens that are out there, whatever. But like, there's some other tokens that are trying this already that like, there's one, the one that's like, again, it's their, they have the other exchange kid, Solana. That's one that like, you can send most tokens wrapped, like a version of them through MetaMask to Solana. And like through that, you can like send wrapped Ethereum. They'll wrap your Ethereum using MetaMask, and then you can trade a bunch of the other tokens. Like if they wanted to list Hex or whatever they wanted to, you can on there, and it's super cheap. Like fractions of a penny, and then you can offload that back onto Ethereum. But I mean, again, it's still a transaction at the front end and a transaction at the back end. So like, unless you're going to do, I'd say at least 10 transactions in the middle of trading, it's not worth it. It's that's the inherent problem. If you're doing business, where you need to pay out a lot of wallets, or you're doing trading. Those are the only really reasons right now why layer 2 is, which is most of what's going on here. So please get off, please go to layer 2.
And I see everyone, like, obviously gas fees suck and everyone bitches and complains about them, but there's I know everyone's already put out solutions there. You really just have to be smart about it. Like, it's not that hard. You can go to hex.vision, you can look at the gas tracker and see what the optimal times are. You really can. Saturday nights, Sunday nights are usually the best for me. I stay up a little bit later, I stay up late anyway, so I'll be up at like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., and I'll undo all my stakes then. Like, it really is not that bad. I pay like maybe $20 for all my stakes, and moving forward, I've adjusted all my stuff. Any stakes that I do, I'm not doing. I was doing 50,000. I'm even looking more at like 7,500,000 now. It depends on what range I'm sticking out, but most of my stakes from now on are 5 to 15 years out in that range. So like, I'm doing a bare minimum of 50 to 75,000 of hex per stake, so I don't have to hopefully worry about this stuff in the future. But just be smart about in staking, guys. You don't have to like bitch about it and post it when you're looking at gas fees when they're in the middle of the day at their like peak hours. Yeah, no shit, it's gonna be freaking high as hell. Take the time to find when the cheapest fees are for you and unstake then, and it is actually pretty affordable. And then on top of that, like, it's just as we come up on this, yeah, gas fees kind of suck, but it gives you that extra little freedom to actually be able to sell your coins or do what you want. Freaking Binance just shut down all Ethereum transactions. You can't sell, you can't get it out, you can't do anything. So if you want to pay a few dollars less and get your entire finances frozen, sure, go ahead, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, I actually had some on Binance and got it off earlier this week, so I just made it.
That's good.
Yeah.
.us.
Don't worry, funds are safe. Funds are safe. No worries.
I can't. Yeah, safe.
But if I want to do fun things with them,
oh no, CZ will tell you when that's cool again, man.
Yeah, when Ethereum takes a little bit of a dip and they can take a little off top first, then they might let you take your money.
Yeah.
But no, it's that freedom is worth more to me than anything. Like, I will not involve myself in third party again. Yeah, it was the same thing with my Binance account. They ended up automating like, oh, it looks like you're a US citizen or whatever, and they're switching it over. I was just like, yeah, good riddance. I don't use you anymore anyways.
Yeah.
I found, like, just for a centralized exchange back when I used them, like, the US site was really super easy. It was way easier than Coinbase or Kraken. Just link it, send funds there or whatever. If you really needed, people would ask me, what's the quickest way? And I'd be like, as far as I know, just Binance. You can, if you don't care about that stuff, link it up and send your money in pretty much the same day. So it used to take forever. Like Kraken, you could only do, if you didn't have crypto, you had to do like a wire transfer and, the clearing and all that stuff. So
I find that if I need to get in now, and you need to get somebody in fast, but like out of all the centralized exchanges, the best from Binance was great for a while. You're right. And they gave you access to like so much when I was a peddler of all the shit coins,
Same here. Yeah.
They had access to all that shit. But I really think that, there's some better ones that are out there. I don't mind crypto.com. They're fast, some of their other stuff.
As much as I hate Coinbase, it's funny because like I was onboarding my mentor and I was having issues with Ramp on Staker app. So went ahead and just set it because he's going to need a Coinbase eventually, probably when he gets out, or who knows where we'll be after, because he's just going to do a couple big long stakes. And so I went ahead and just have him buy it on Coinbase. And he actually really likes the Coinbase interface. And it is good, right? Like they've had years to perfect it, and it is good, user friendly for them. And it was funny though, right? I told him, it was like, hey, you'll buy this, but we're not going to be able to move this out for several days to a week, because that's the shitty part about it, right? Using these guys. But what was funny, he hit me up today. He's like, oh, ask him what the next step was. And I was just like, yeah, we still have to wait a little bit because you only have access to a portion of your phone. It's not the whole thing. He's like, okay. And I had him go look at his Coinbase account, and he was just like, he's like, is this right? And I was like, what? I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, because I think he put in like 7,500 or something, and he was like sitting at like 8,200 or whatever today, and he literally bought it like the other day. He was like, "What the heck?" And he's big real estate and traditional finance and all this stuff, and he's like, "Is this right?" I was just like, "Yeah, welcome to crypto." Like,
Nice.
ETH is at all-time highs. Like, congratulations on your profits, sir.
Yes. You blink 3 times though, and that might be down lower. You blink.
Yeah.
No, I didn't tell him that part yet.
So-
But,
He'll find out the hard way.
no. But it's all. So he's actually gonna buy. He's gonna buy a decent amount of Hex, and he's gonna buy that with Hex. And then I told him he should probably pick up a bag of Ethereum now too as well, and just hold it to the end of the year, and just so he can watch it grow.
Yeah, to your earlier point, Motley,
I mean,
unstaking, you don't have to do it as soon as your stake expires. You do get that grace period. So if gas fees are like $150, unless you like really have an itch to
Really need
restake,
that money that second.
or yeah, but
Yeah.
there's a grace period there. Use it. Use the different times of day, overnight, weekends, things like that. I've gotten lucky during the day sometimes. If you, just check back every now and then, there could be a difference of, I think I said last week, or I was on Crypto Sparbook, said that I checked it within maybe 20, 30 minutes and the gas fee dropped like $70. So I was like, what in the world?
yeah. I mean, if you watch the graph, if you like look, so I go to Hex.vision. You go to Hex.vision, and when you go to click on gas fees, and you see the graph, I mean, it's not like it doesn't stay up there all day. I mean, it's fucking wicking back and forth, up and down, up and down, up and down. So like every so often, there's a deal to be caught. There are lower gas transactions. Now here's the catch on that. You put in a low gas transaction, and sometimes it doesn't get picked up, and you just wasted $40 in gas. That can happen too if you're not. So like sometimes it's but you're right. You can.
It happened to me last night when I was trying to make an extra MetaMask swap.
Oh,
I tried to get a little cheeky. I was checking gas tracker, and I was just like, man, I was like, I can go with a little lower this, and it didn't go through. I was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I feel you very much, Motley. I've been playing the MetaMask wallet game. MetaMask wallet game, and yeah, my last one. So currently that I have, I had last night. Is too late, and the transaction got stuck, and I was just like, I
tried to save like $5 or $10. Transaction failed, cost me 30. I was just like, God damn it! I was so angry. I was showing my sister too.
When gas fees were only like a quarter, I'd tell people, I'd be like, man, just do it fast. Who cares? Just like fast. We're busy here, man. And now it's like, I don't know.
But it was the same thing back then, right? Like, I don't know about you guys, but for the most part, even like when we were in just like a few cents, like sometimes you would be cheap, especially if you were building out a staking ladder. Like, man, I got to do 15 cents. Like, maybe I'll
if I had the time.
Longer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now it's the same thing, but now we're just talking $5, $10, $15 differences.
Yeah, exactly. It's crazy, man.
It's just your mindset, your reality changes. So it's just like with everything else, whether that be Hex, it just with a change in time, your reality changes with it.
Oh yeah, and it makes me wonder, like what the dynamic is going to be in the future with Ethereum. Like, okay, Richard is right so far. Like, you want bull run, you get high fee. So like that's true. So far, but like, what happens when solutions come into play to like lower these fees a bunch? And does that mean bull run over? There's just no more mad gains once all the fees go away, or
I don't think so.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't think so either. I mean, like, I don't think it's ever going to happen with Bitcoin. Like, Bitcoin eternally, until there's some mass change in mentality, will always be like a $5 plus fee for a transaction of Bitcoin. That's just how it's going to be. Like they want that. They would like it higher. The developers in control of that want it worse. But Ethereum needs. I mean, none of these 0% of these like blockchain video game kind of ideas work on Ethereum, you know, any of this shit works at all right now, you know. And so, you know,
Yeah.
I mean, we gotta have better fees eventually for that stuff, you know. Otherwise, it's just most of the pipe dream realities. Although maybe that's what happens. Maybe fees, you know, even with some of these solutions, you know, stay up somewhat. I mean, but
if you want retail investors, fees have to come down. Just has to.
It's true.
Because they're buying in for, you can't
Because
buy in
otherwise
for
they're all
$100,
gonna be on-
$200 and then
Yep.
pay a $50 fee. You can't pay 50, 25% of your what you're buying in with. You just can't.
Yeah, you're right. Because I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like they don't care. The retail investors does not care about, you know, being sovereign of your own money and fucking decentralized. Who the fuck? They're like, all right, you already have too many syllables. I'm like, price go up. Oh, okay, yes, that's
I like that.
okay.
Only
That
thing
was
that
enough.
matters.
Yep.
Yeah,
So-
just like my mentor, like super smart guy in business and real estate and everything like that. And he was just very surprised just by looking at his wallet from like a day purchase. And, you know, he saw like a 20% gain on his money without having to do anything.
Yeah, that would melt
In a
anybody's
day.
face, like
Yeah.
in traditional finance. They'd be like, "Holy
Yeah.
crap!"
Yeah.
They'd be
What
like,
the heck?
"What news happened? Did there just something that happened?" And you'd be like, "Nope, just Tuesday."
Nope.
You're like,
Yeah, Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Ethereum decided wanted to hit all-time highs, and that's it.
Yeah, it's funny how they always try to find a narrative to associate with
Dude,
it.
everybody calls me and asks me like if there's some sort of like, "What happened, man?" You're like,
Yeah.
people
Just
bought
another
and didn't
day.
More
sell.
people
I don't
bought
know.
than they sold. Yeah, that's all.
That's
that's
it.
all that happened.
Yeah, real fucking simple, guys. It's real simple. But I mean, and that's honestly, there's some of this that's going on that helps my explaining the narratives that we've gone over with Hex to people too. Like Dogecoin pumping through the moon to my friends, like it's very easy for me to be like, yo, like this is a proof positive that all you need is people to buy and not sell. Total garbage technology does not matter. Number go up because people buy. End of story, you know?
Yeah, I had to get my boss on Doge. Just like, look, it might pump a little bit more, but I was like, take your profits, and if you want like even the same, like I mean, I got him into Hex too, but I was just like, you can just get Ethereum, just hold Ethereum, trust me, it'll be fine. Like you'll get a nice solid 5x on your money. Like where are you gonna get that anywhere else? Like by the end of the year.
Yeah. Most of the time,
yeah.
people talk about 5x's like, oh man, crazy. But like, yeah, you're like, it'll be a nice solid. You just get your
Nice
5x,
solid 5x, you know.
easy.
Solid
Doge and
5x.
Bitcoin. I'm so tired of all my no coiner friends coming up to me. It's just like, should I buy Doge or Bitcoin? Those are the first two things I hear every time. I'm just like, oh, I was like, not even Ethereum. I was like, come on, like someone like crack open a damn book or something before.
I
Well,
can't
it's-
believe how many people I know that own Doge. I'm saddened
It's
by
a
it.
lot. Well, because it's on Robinhood. It's
Yeah.
easy. It's easy, and that's why Staker.app is going to be so important for these no coiners because you need something that's that easy to transition from just regular fiat to your cryptocurrency. We need something like that.
Indeed. Yep.
I actually had a small bag of Doge myself on Robinhood last year, and then I sold it into Hex.
Well,
Nice.
you know, it's funny because I mean the thing is there's places all over the place that people are going to get wrecked. I mean, like I can it's not just Dogecoin. I mean, there's going to be a whole new. I'm like in one of my Telegram, like it just popped up like a mining chat room that I'm in, and like somebody selling a bunch of like they were last generation, last bull run fucking Bitcoin miners, and like I mean they're maybe worth $20 in scrap aluminum, and they're selling for $120 a piece. Like that's like a 6x on what the actual value is on those things. And like somebody's going to plug those bitches, pay money, pay shipping, plug those bitches in, pay rent to get those somewhere, and like just get wrecked. I can guarantee you this is like, please buy my get wrecked fucking here's a whole pallet of it for you. Like you can work your fingers to the bone to just like to waste the whole bull run. You're like trying to fucking chase something,
Yeah,
So
I mean most of the stuff is just it really is just speculation, empty promises, and then like we can't say it enough. We can say it until we're blue in the face. but then that's what makes Hex so beautiful. It's like it's not.
Oh my god.
Yes, it's still speculation, but like we have the technology and the fit and the use case to like. And I hate to even say the word use case, but it really is, right? You want to replace the banks in the digital world, replace the assets that the banks give people. And what's the one thing people want to make? They want to make interest on their money. And any sort of investment, you want to make some sort of yield on your investment. And Hex does that for you. And not only does it make you a yield, it makes you probably the best yield on planet Earth right now if you're staked out past the average length. Like it doesn't exist anywhere else. And it can be sustained, which is mind-boggling to me that they actually were brilliant enough to figure out a mechanism where they could do something like that. And you're only going to see that in a space like cryptocurrency.
Yep. That's the truth.
Yeah. Catching up in chat here. Stylist, man, love you back. Thank you.
Yeah.
Hex Steam. I like it.
And I don't know what Mr. Desmond is going from. Perhaps he knows someone or has referred someone, but someone in 2 hours is going to drop 65K in Hex. That is a nice chunk of change. I do agree. Price will move 3 to 4.
You onboarding someone, Desmond?
Yeah. Do share, Desmond.
Yeah. Sounds like a good referral.
I'll be right back, everyone.
And if it's like within, say, less than 90 minutes, we could get this red candle to a green, and that would be nice.
I want Desmond to give us a precise
That would be
time.
great.
I want to watch this candle in live action.
That's right, Desmond. So you have an assignment. Please respond in chat. Thank you.
Give us a shot. Give us a 2-minute shot clock
Yes.
before it goes through.
I mean, it has been a beautiful day to buy. That's for sure. Crazy how fast that wick got eaten up. I mean, like it looks like, and it looks super fractally. Like we've just done 3 of these, like these exact. If you zoom out, it looks like we've done a couple of these pumps and dips and each dip is getting a little. It's their higher lows on each time. So it's a good signs. This is good stuff. I like all that.
After last night, I think dipped down pretty hard to like mid, like 085 or 0085 or something like that, and then pretty much hanging in the high 0.8, 0.9 all day, and then this liquid wallet man worth 80 million hex.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he dumped about 20 million this afternoon.
Yeah.
That's what you see that wick there.
Cool.
That was all him just selling in $1-2 million or million
1.2
hex
million.
blocks.
Yeah, little blocks like that. Yep.
Yeah, I
And
saw
with
a couple
low
people
liquidity,
screenshot that.
that's, I mean, we get moves like that.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
Yeah.
Was
Sorry. I was just going to ask if that was the same person that early at stake last night that caught a lot of attention.
Oh, I don't know. I
How much did they early in stake?
the penalty was like 3 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think he had like 55 million
Hmm.
or 53 million or something like that.
Yeah, hit a bunch.
Yeah, he, I guess, made 11, lost 34 for a net 23,000 loss. So,
I think it was definitely a post BPD stake because otherwise he would have gotten there.
Oh yeah, I know which one you're talking about. I saw that.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think it might have been different people, but I'm not sure.
Mm.
I honestly think we're gonna and it shouldn't really be this way because I don't think these stakes that we've hyped up so much are gonna matter really, but like I think we're really just gonna be seeing a lot of sideways action and just dipping below and above a penny for really until the end of March. Like come March and April, like I think then that's when we really get legs and we can take off. But like there's too many people, as weird it is to me, that are still kind of just tiptoeing around the idea to see what happens to these big end of February and March stakes that I just don't think we're going to see any major buys or anything.
There
really,
is
just people watching.
I hope I can believe that. Although I will say that I've now been like just puddling along in fucking markets long enough to know that, man, there is a lot of bullet or bearish sentiment with Hex right now, even within the community, and man, when the shorts stack up too much and it gets too sweet to liquidate, then that's what happens, and when everybody says one thing, then we see the other, so like So I do feel like, I mean, I don't know. My gut is also that is downward, out the gate. That's how I feel. Like we should go down to sideways for the next little while. But, like until those stakes, about a month, or what, 3 weeks, but I've been wrong. I've been wrong a lot. So
Yeah, and if you look at that supply, I mean, just what we're facing, kind of like the beginning of the year here. I think Motley referenced it maybe last week as to like this is the largest supply distribution that's going to occur most likely in the history of Hex, and we're living it right now. And the next couple of months, as we can see, the wave just kind of like dies out. Sure, you're going to have some of these big whale guys just restake like 100 million hex for 60 days or a year or whatever they do and keep that thing rolling. But yeah, once this supply shakeout, as I call it, is done, then I think that's hopefully my lips to the crypto god's ears. That's the all clear, and we are cleared for takeoff.
And we just keep absorbing that too. Like we just like how would you say it was about 20 million that got sold off, and like those essentially 1 million blocks of hex. Yeah, like they just keep getting eaten up. So like it's only a matter of time. Eventually there's not going to be anything to eat up, right? Like I think Johnny was playing around with it today on the liquidity pools, and it's like there's only like 160, 170 million hex that you can actually buy on the market. Like it's not that much. It's not.
Think about.
I'm waiting
about
for
as that
Big
happens.
Kirk. I was gonna say I was waiting for Big Kirk to say De Beers, but
yeah, oh yeah, the beers, man, and not only that, but think about as it happens that like there's other dexes that are coming out, right? And there's other products that are out there that are trying to compete for market share. I mean, that's what happens when you have somebody lead the way. I mean, then you have the wake is full of people that are trying to copy, and like we'll see that for a while. And like I believe that there will be other people that'll add liquidity to these other places for Hex along the way. And as that happens, I mean, there's never going to be like the liquidity pools are just going to become more spread out, and not that like to us who've been in it since the beginning, not that much. Like just slim in general, to people later on, it'll seem like a lot as the price pumps up a lot more. But I mean, it's similar in Bitcoin. I mean, like if in the beginning, in like Mt. Gox days, when there was the big exchanges, you could buy large swaths of Bitcoin. But like now you have to go over the counter. Like if you want to be Michael Slater and buy hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin, you better have like a few guys. It ain't fucking easy. It's hard to acquire because there's not much of it available on the markets. I mean,
and you can't market buy it anyway. You have to do that through other channels. Otherwise, you'll just kill yourself in price.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's eventually we're going to see like you said, when we talk about the gas prices, 10-cent gas prices, and you were like, I'll wait an extra minute and save a nickel. Now, the same thing is going to be with Hex, where like right now we're like, people are going to be like, damn, I made my 100x and I'm selling it a penny. And then, eventually it'll be a lot higher, and people will they'll be like, damn, I made my 20x and I'm selling it $3,
Can you imagine dollar hex and you sold it at a penny? Like, a lot of people have trouble like putting themselves in that position in the future, like, because especially people that have been in since the beginning, because we've already made several hundred X. And so right now that's already mind boggling to us. So, right, like people are okay with selling it at a penny or 2 pennies, but just imagine another year or two down the road and Hex is at $1, and you like look back at just you selling hundreds of thousands of Hex for literally a penny on the dollar. Like it's going to be a sickening feeling. Like it really is. You're going to be like, what was I thinking? And it's just that mindset. And it's especially, I would say it's even harder for OG Hexicans because we've already seen it go up so high. It's hard for us to wrap our minds around that Hex still has multiple hundreds of X's to do. And we just have a hard time putting wrapping our mind around it, that we can still do so much more. So it's, well, I can sell at 1 cent, or I can sell at 1.5, 1.8 cent. And then next thing you know, within a year or two, we're at $1, and you're just like, what the heck was I thinking? Like, idiot. And it's just again, you have to look out into the future. Hex is not a get quick rich scheme. It's not. It's a fucking certificate of deposit that you can time lock out to 15 years. Like it nothing like that exists out there. You have to be able to put yourself out into the future like that and look back at where you are now.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it before, man. I'd like if you had told people when Bitcoin was a penny that were buying and selling it on Gox, this shit's gonna be worth $55,000 one day. They would have been like, "Go fuck yourself." They would have looked you straight in the eyes. They would
You just could have told them $1 or $5.
Yeah,
and that
yeah. They would have
their
like
fucking mind.
Yeah, they would have punched you in the mouth. They would have been like, "You're an asshole. I hate you, and it's never gonna happen." And then you'd have been like, "Okay, fine, sure, whatever." But like, that's. I mean, even people that believe in the technology wouldn't have thought that. It's just. So yeah,
you're just dealing with numbers that's really hard for like the human brain to comprehend. It really gets to that point because especially us that like I'll say it again, like us that have been in the beginning, like we've seen it go up so much, and just to realize that we're just at the precipice. And it's the same thing we tell everyone else, like you're still early, and it's true. Like we're all still early. So the next year, 2 years, 3 years, shoot, 5 years, when your stakes are making 3 to 4x their principal alone, not including emergency in-stake penalties and what price appreciation is going to be, like you could be talking about absolutely stupid money. And you have to be able to think long term and put yourself out there. It could be you could be looking at the missing out and going on to the next bull run, but are you really missing out, or are you creating generational wealth for the rest of your life? Like, and it's just who has the stronger hands to actually make it and has the foresight to go out to that distance that they need to.
I mean, it's good to say this kind of stuff too. It really is good to say that stuff and like kind of keep saying it because in the system, it's like we're really in like round 2 right now, where like everybody that played with this game to begin with, early people, a lot of us, like, I mean, I had a stake that came up that was pretty big, that was a year stake, like most of my stuff was long term, but I had a year stake that came up, and I have a chance now to restake it and get, and because as I now understand the system better, I'm a firm believer and have been since day one, before day one. And I still didn't like even me, I did a year stake, like that. And like now I realize that like, okay, if I did that, then of course this is like the biggest amount of people are unstaking right now. And
real quick,
because
what'd you do with that 1 year stake when it came undone? What'd you do with it? Honestly,
I restaked most of it.
You restaked that 1 year stake, right? Most of it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. So, and the short-sightedness of you in the past, you're just like, oh yeah, I'll do a 1 year stake, and then now you've come to a new point in the project where you've gone through and you've looked at everything and just like, oh shit, what the fuck was I thinking? Let me restake this out further. And you probably gained some t-shirts.
Well, I wanted that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted more t-shirts. So like that's where my line becomes the t-shirts and play. Now I'm, instead of playing with when at the gate, I was like, I didn't care that much about t-shirts. So I was just trying to fill a chart because like on day one and within the first 2 weeks or so, we had hex info and you could punch in your address and you could see a pretty little chart, So I was like, I want to make this look beautiful, So that was what I did, but then you realize, oh, well, that's beautiful now, but like there's a lot of this stuff early on that like I didn't get the best rate I could have got by, I wish I had staked all the like that year stake out longer because then I wouldn't have to make the decision now. And so now when I'm remaking the decision, it's all about paying attention to that, like what I got before. Oh, I had, a couple hundred t-shares here. Okay, well, I want now to get more, and so, that's.
I did the same thing, and we all have, right? Like I think I've had from big payday till this point, I've had about 10 or 12 stakes coming up that have come out since then. And every time I've restaked all of those. I've restaked all of them. And I could have had so much more t-shares. I could have had so much more big payday bonus still out there. I could have all those things, and I could have had more if I'm doing what I'm doing today, if I just done it earlier, if I had that mindset. And of course we had that growing and learning period. But again, you always have to continuously evolve and grow your mindset, or you're going to get left behind. So if you think a penny is a good selling point or 2 pennies is a good selling point, you really have to take a step back and look at how far you've grown from the beginning of last year to this year, and really alter that moving forward and going through with Hex, because it's going to be the exact same thing. You're going to be just kicking yourself in the ass. Like, really sold at a fucking penny, and it's just, you're just gonna be like, what a fucking idiot. And it's going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I've already geared my mind to to wish the system. I'm like, man, 15 years isn't even long enough for me, man. I wish I could put there's still more. There's more I could put out there.
15 years is pretty long. I'll take 15.
It is pretty long. It is pretty long. But like, I will say that like I would have considered, if it was longer, I would have put out some longer stakes.
Of course.
I could see that for sure. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
even with the 15 years, there's nothing else out there that exists in traditional finance or cryptocurrency. There's nothing where you physically lock up your money for 15 years and you just can't touch it. You just absolutely can't touch it. It's pretty incredible.
Well,
that's awesome.
Before Motley goes on to spoil my next segment of the show,
okay,
I'll.
I don't even know what it is. My bad.
No, but it's something I put together. It's just I call it Hex Who Here Has. So it's a situational kind of thing. So if you've ever done any of these things, I'll just go through them one by one, and as just like a little fun exercise. And if this applies to you, raise your hand.
Yeah, everyone play along at home.
That's right. You can like post a little hand in the chat, but it's delayed.
Like,
so
have I never ever whatever, and like
you'll be responding to the wrong things in chat if there's a delay. But anyway, who here has ever emergency end staked Hex?
Oh yeah.
What? Why was that so delayed? You really had to think about that one?
Because I forget. I was like, I would never, in my mind, I was like, I would never do such a thing. And then I was like, oh yeah, I got more t-shirts. That's right.
Yeah.
I got rid of a lot in year one. It's more of a like pre-big payday tool.
Yeah.
Initially, but
yeah, there was a big stake
good,
that
well intended.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a big stake that I put in for right after big payday that I had to.
Nowadays, there's not too much justification unless we really see a huge price appreciation and you're comfortable with just getting your principal back or what have you.
You can put your finger down, Motley.
No, I want to see how many I get out. It's like,
you're going to need two hands because I have a whole thing here.
Okay, whatever. I'm keeping track in my head.
That's what she said. Anyway. No, go ahead. I was just messing with you on.
No, you're good.
Right.
Next question.
Yes, sir. Who here has ever sold Hex?
I did switch it to Ethereum for gas. Does that count? Or are you saying taking Hex back to
taking profits
to USD?
Okay.
Just Kirk. So that was part of that stake that you restaked.
So this keyboard set that I put together.
You really needed to sell Hex for that?
No. I did.
I will send you money next time.
No, I did it as like the pizza idea, and like this is now a 2100. Yeah, it's like now a $2,100 keyboard setup right here that was much less before.
Nice.
Very pretty.
That's awesome.
So yeah. That's
outstanding.
I bought like two little things like that, just that and I have an older one of these ones that I got too. That's now again it's like a $1,500.
A certain man with a big heart would be proud.
This is
just for the fun of it. But yeah, that's painful. Every time I look at that, I'm like,
So this is another good thing. Like, you don't, if you've been since the beginning, maybe some of the guys that have gotten recently doesn't really apply to them, but if you've been through Hex since the beginning, you've gotten multiple airdrops, right? And most of these airdrops have probably covered your expenses, or at least close to it. So you're almost made whole on your investments just via airdrops, or even green if you really preemptively went after some of the airdrops like I did. And I continued to DCA from day one all the way up till today. So I've continued to buy, but at the same time, like, now that I know these airdrops are just a thing, because we're in this new era of DEXs and aggregators, and everyone and their mother wants to drop tokens, and it's easy free money. Like I'm using one and using it for the gas fees and taking advantage of the next and the next and just continuing to grow it. You don't even need to sell Hex. You can literally pull down 5-6 figures in an airdrop if you plan accordingly. Like we've seen all these guys that they're $1,000, $2,000, $6,000 for freaking tornado cash. Like you can make some insane money just by doing all the things Richard Hart has brought in front of you over the past year. You should be up about like, and this is just getting like one claim per thing. You should be up around anywhere between like $10,000 to $25,000 just in airdrops this year alone.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right.
That's another thing. I had to sell a little bit of Hex to get some Ethereum.
I think he has a lot of questions.
To claim that Uni airdrop when the gas fees went like through the roof. I had a wallet that like had no Ethereum left in it, but it had Hex in it. I was like, God bless it, like just the littlest amount.
Nice. And chat, there's lots of good stuff in chat that I'll get to after this.
But it did go back into Hex.
Keep it coming, chat.
So I just wanted to go on record. Big K is the only one that has sold the fiat.
I'll take
switch a little bit
my
to Ethereum though.
I'll take my two for that.
Only because I didn't want to mess with trying to get more crypto. I was just like, I got a little bit of Hex here. I can just switch it.
All right, let's move on to a less evil one. Who here has sold other coins to buy Hex?
Oh, definitely.
Oh,
Who here?
Day one.
Who here has bought another coin with Hex gains? That's really dirty.
I mean, I guess I swapped it to Ethereum. I've used.
But okay.
What's up?
Go ahead.
yeah, I guess you're right. I swapped to Ethereum.
I was just gonna tattle on myself and say that I have bought a few speculative coins with airdrop money, but again, I never use my Hex.
That's airdrop money. You're good.
Yeah.
Who here has staked Hex for less than a month? Interesting. Who here has staked Hex for less than a week? All right.
Okay.
Come on. But that was only. I stake. I do
this one time I was drinking.
I do it when I'm onboarding people. Sometimes, like I've had a few people that want to figure out the whole system. So like I'll be like, okay, let's stake it for 3 days, and then we can unstake it. Before the gas fees were insane, I went through that with a lot of people where I'd show them staking and unstaking, and this is good accounting, so you can do that. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
All right. Who here has bought something with their Hex gains? No, I already did that one, I think, right? Well, you bought your keyboard, Kirk. So there you go. We covered that.
I look at it every time I type and think, don't sell Hex.
Who here has bought Hex in the past week?
Oh,
I haven't.
Motley's doing the math.
No,
calculations.
I've just been getting ready for MetaMask airdrops.
Yeah.
Who here has paid over a penny for Hex?
Oh, definitely.
For sure.
You FOMO bros.
Hey, anything around a penny is an amazing deal.
Anything
what does
nowadays,
say?
if we
True
look back,
accumulation never
ends. Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. But buy the dips. Who here has paid more than $25 in gas for a Hex transaction?
Oh yeah.
I think I have actually.
But you had to think about it, so that's pretty good.
Yeah. Who here has paid more than $50 for a Hex transaction?
Probably.
I've paid more for.
I don't know for sure, but yeah, probably.
Paid for like a day, the one that I was saying was recent was a day one, like day 3 or whatever, unstaked.
Day 3 stake.
Yeah, and that was like $70.
Who here has paid more than $100 in gas for a Hex transaction?
Hell no.
All right, good to see. Good to see. All right, last one, a fun one. Who here has done some dreaming and looked at the prices of yachts? There we go.
Boats are a money drain. No thanks.
There's this.
I'll get on y'all's boat.
Oh yeah, that's like that's. I was gonna say. I mean, in the end, if you really get deep down into it, then yeah, just hire a catamaran for the week or whatever, or the month or whatever. Like
if you have enough hex, you can pay for a maintenance crew.
I like to think I have enough rich Hexican friends that I can use their boats.
This is true. Also a good point.
Strategy.
Yeah, it's like that bell curve. Once you get super rich, you're like, oh, I just lease cars now. You don't actually ever buying stuff.
Come out to my property and we'll shoot guns. I'll shoot guns.
There you go.
We'll go on your boat.
Well, there's going to be guns on my boat anyway.
Oh, cool. Well, I'll bring more.
All right, good.
No.
All right.
Now, if you're worried about if you're trying to get really out of Dodge, if you're some serious prepper, if you're like, oh, screw this pandemic shit altogether, then yeah, sure. There's this that you can get yourself one of those solar yachts, and
until you have to pull back into port, and everyone jumps.
Yeah, you get the solar yacht, and then you get the tower gardens with your citrus plants on there. So then you just fish and eat ceviche.
World now? It's
just I'm Kevin Costner, and okay. This is like how we live now. I know I don't want to I'm not looking for I don't think that's necessary. I'm just saying if that's I guess that's the most utilitarian use for a yacht.
Okay.
Utilitarian use of a yacht. For a yacht.
Yeah. Also I would have also accepted running from zombies. That would be another one that would be a good use case for them because.
All right, got it. Catching up in chat, Desmond did reply. Here's some insight for trades later. Bybit 3 cryptic 2. Bybit 3 daily withdrawals. Next one 24 UTC. That is all I'm saying. I got a trader to stop and buy Hex. Trader? Who are these trader bros?
So he's getting ready to he'll buy now, dump on us later.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna dump on us, bro.
Yeah, that's all right.
Nice. I mean.
Abra says, I guess due to these rolling stakes, and I've actually heard this one a bunch. It's okay, so this supply could just keep carrying on.
Those keep rolling.
Yeah, short term forever.
Because you just lose out to the Hex per T-share price eventually. You will eventually lose out to that.
Yeah, diminishing returns.
So, yeah, that's not gonna. It might seem like you can just because right now it's just gonna be slow.
No, I agree.
In line, but over time, no.
Well, you're gonna have every. That's the thing is that we have every level of degen. So I think of all the because I mean I've thought of everything that I can do with Hex, along the way, and I'm that was one thing that I thought of for a while. I was like, maybe you can just short stake it regularly. Every degen is going to exist, and they're going to get when you actually sit down and do the math on it. After about 2 years, I imagine that they'll be very sad with their existence.
Desmond, I hadn't scrolled far enough. He chimed back in. I'm making him stake 50%. The rest he's going to sit on, but do not worry. I will eventually get him to stake more. Good man,
Good job,
Desmond.
Good job.
Nice.
Saitama? One or two people dumping Hex does not matter. The market isn't agreeing with them, and the price trend continues upward. I mean, we're holding up considering 80 million, bro, dumped 10, 20 million.
I mean, well, think about it. I mean, I like to do this stuff. So there's a lot of there's a lot of buy orders that are visible or, that you can see, about somewhere similar to the amount of liquidity that there was before, that Hex had, so that's a lot of money to eat through to get it if you're expecting it to go very much lower than if you're careful and you can catch a dip like this, awesome, but I don't expect them to sit around for too long.
Matthew Boutros asks, are we live? Children of the Grave has answered him.
We already know the future price of Hex.
Oh, tell me.
Let me look at economics real quick.
7-day prediction.
What else is in here? Thought I saw a Riz. Where did he go? Oh, well, I'll just read it. Briz wanted to know what we were all drinking. So I have here, which I need to refill. So perhaps the guys can chat it up here in a minute. Rum with coconut water and ginger beer.
Ooh,
It is quite the hydrating alcoholic beverage, if there
Sounds-
is such a thing.
sounds
just-
healthy and bad for you at the same time.
They had Bailey's has an almond milk variety that came out, and like a little of that with just some coconut water is pretty top notch. Let me tell you what.
Nice.
All right. So I'm catching up to the point. Oh, sorry. Garrett,
Oh
go
yeah,
ahead.
I'm also drinking a bottle of I believe it's called Maldonado. It's a Napa cab.
You have a different one every week? That's awesome.
Almost.
Hey,
Damn.
I
Are
love
you
wine.
okay?
but,
Do you have a problem?
well, according to chat, he can buy all that wine because he's been selling.
Mm.
That's right, Chilling Grave. Call him out.
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah.
Oh, too funny.
No, there's bottles that I would be buying if that I mean, wine's kind of funny though because like you just whatever it's like is it a $300 bottle really worth that? No, the $50 one is like still is like the most.
And I have this fine bottle of Dr. Pepper. What does this see? Established in 1885. It's been tapped. It's been in reserve, so it's real good. No, parents don't have any alcohol in the house. So.
Flavors and spice something in there.
Well, you know what's funny? It's 23 flavors.
23,
The U.S. and Japan, it's actually only 20. There's 3 flavors missing.
Oh.
These ones aren't allowed here. Get those.
I don't know what it is, but I remember in Japan specifically because I love Dr. Pepper, and I went over and then I tried it, and their labeling package only has 20 flavors instead of 23. So
Interesting.
yeah, I don't know what they leave out in Japan, but less flavors in Japan. Tastes the same to me.
BMA, quite honest, bought some BTC and ETH with Hex gains. Depending on
Nice.
when you did it, you're probably up on that right now.
Yeah.
It's not too late to swap back though.
It's like the holy trinity to me at this point, and like not even there
Yeah.
because like I really just don't like Bitcoin as much. It just has the first mover advantage, and I think someday it will be replaced. But I guess I can still.
I mean, there's still some like businessy sites and places that I've been to and used that like are exclusively. I mean, Bitcoin or uniquely, of course, some of them offer like Bitcoin Cash or something too. Like, and that's all that they do. There's no. And like I imagine that eventually it'll be different, but it is what it is
And
for now.
we might see a lot less. We might not see Bitcoin dip as hard as it has in past bear cycles too. Now with these big Fortune 500 companies come in, like they hold on to these assets. They very rarely sell them. So even come a bear cycle, you best believe no company is gonna sell. If they bought like Bitcoin, say Tesla bought 1.5 billion, they're not going to just start unloading their bags during a full blown bear cycle. It's just not going to happen. So
When think about what we were talking about with last week we were talking about this that that like when Tesla could be using these assets for unique accounting on their ledger books, then like it's a leverage tool for them more so than something to just get in and out of, so I think that we will definitely not see, and then add that into a new breed of pissing contest with companies trying to buy this shit up. I don't know if
it's going to be interesting.
It was going to be something that we're going to see anytime soon. 25 so far has been the leading edge for this bull market for the blue chips. So we'll see if we see anything deeper than that.
I'm curious to see after I guess Bitcoin gets exhausted, how much of that corporate or institutional money goes to Ethereum, because that's going to be the next big one that still has
the next easiest for them to find.
Yeah,
it's right next to Bitcoin. Like number 2.
And it's far more useful and faster and all the goodness.
And all the innovations on it.
Yeah. So just looking through chat, ETH fees, Archie, I guess, did 60.
$60.
Briz had 90.
Oh.
BMA never more than 100. That's a good rule right now. I mean, geez.
Maybe our reality changes as time goes on. I hope our hex price reality changes alongside with.
Yeah.
Question from Motley: how is the MetaMask airdrop going to work and when? No one knows.
Oh, well, let me give you the exact rules, regulations, and dates. No. So my biggest thing on this, right, is no one knows for sure, so it's not 100%. So whatever you decide to try to do on these airdrops is going to be a risk. But going off that note, I think MetaMask is the most likely out of any of the other exchanges or aggregators that are out there right now. Without question, it's just the largest Ethereum wallet out there. So I'm almost want to say I would be pretty damn close to 100%. They're going to do an airdrop. Richard's commented. A lot of other people have commented. There's articles been written about it, and I think it's going to be the largest and probably most valuable one. So I definitely would take advantage of it. You can, and again, we don't know what the rules and stipulations are going to be, but you can do things to mitigate your chances of failing on receiving the airdrop. So we've seen in the past they do transaction limits on, you need to at least transact this amount, this monetary value. Like 1 inch, it was $20. So what I do is I always move 1 Ethereum. I doubt they're ever going to do it where it's going to be, you need to at least transact greater than 1 Ethereum value. I just don't see that taking place. So I just move 1 Ethereum back and forth. So that eliminates that as being an issue. Next, do them sooner rather than later, because usually they're going to have to take a snapshot at some point. So the sooner you do it, the better chance you have of making that snapshot. If you wait and wait and wait, you're less and less likely to make that snapshot. So the sooner rather than later. Next thing, and this is the one that would probably first do a new seed per MetaMask wallet. Richard Hart said it. He's very rarely wrong. So I initially did wallets back when gas was cheap. Unfortunately, Richard said, hey, if I was anyone, I'd do just seeds. So I've started doing that. I've learned to listen to what Richard says, and it usually pays off. So I've started to do just seeds only, so you can eliminate that. And then I think the last thing they could do, which I don't see them doing, but I could be wrong, you might have to do multiple transactions per wallet. That could really eliminate a lot of, because they can see everyone doing this, and they can see people that are trying to game the system. They could make it where you have to do more than one transaction. I hope that's not the case. I don't think it'll be the case, because I don't think that would distribute their coins out to enough, because a lot of people have only used it like once, because it's definitely by far not the cheapest out there as opposed to just using like 1 inch or uni. So I'm hoping that's not the case, but everything else you can do stuff to mitigate the risk of you not being eligible for the airdrop. So it's just risk mitigation on getting these airdrops. And I think MetaMask is the most likely and probably the most valuable airdrop that we'll probably see this year. So definitely try to take advantage of it. If you got an extra $100-$200 you want to throw around in some wallets, I would definitely do it.
Yes, I mean, for full disclosure, to let the good people know, that's basically, I agree with all of that, and then some. I did, I took a hold 2 Ethereum, and I just went from, and I did 2 transactions per wallet, and turned like when you're like, what did you buy Hex last week? I was like, fuck
if they do 2.
I hope not.
I'm gonna cry so hard if they do multiple.
I started eating through a lot of gas, so I only did that for like the first 5 wallets I made, and then the next set of wallets that I made, I went with
on
one.
Multiple transactions.
Then you were down to 1 Ethereum.
Yeah, so that's exactly what I did. Is I ate through an entire Ethereum, creating a whole bunch of wallets. So I
beat
win,
a couple of Ethereum.
Yeah. So, yes, we've it was fun. It was fun. It was like being at Vegas, but you gotta wait.
Much better odds. Much better
odds, but you gotta wait a long time. You're just like, all right, did I win? And they're like, we'll tell you later.
You don't know what the rules are of the game you're playing.
Well, they're gonna send me a letter later if I win or not.
Colin is commenting on our interior design. I can assure you,
or lack thereof.
Yes, this wall is going to be green soon. So if you can see the edge tape here, it is being prepared.
This will
not
be
my house. This is my parents' house, so I will not be painting it. Sorry.
Who's that handsome fellow on the wall back there?
Stop. That's my baby.
That's Mini Motley.
Yeah.
Mini Motley.
I just want to point out that I made my bed for Crypty Girl stream, but not for you assholes. So. You guys aren't worth it.
Speaking of which, yeah.
Oh,
To answer Maddie's question here too, yes, I used multiple seeds. Yes,
Maybe we should ask Motley how that Digibyte Hex stream went.
Oh, what?
yeah.
It was fun. I had a good time. I felt kind of bad because we talked about Hex a lot, but it was predominantly Hexicans on there. But it was cool just going through a lot of the issues that both communities face between gatekeeping and I will say one thing that I was very proud of for the Hexicans doing, and maybe the Digibyte community can learn from it as well, is like, yes, we both get gatekept, but I think Hexicans are better at, instead of just sitting there and just like, what the fuck, like, this is bullshit or whatever, like, we really do go hard and try to find solutions or build stuff around it or find a new pathway or kick down the damn gate. Like, we have a lot of very smart-minded, talented, and some of us are just pure stubborn. Me, when it comes to this stuff, and like when you really do have something this revolutionary and has the ability to change the space, like you really want to break down these gates and smash through them. But the stream was really cool. Everyone was super nice, and I liked it. I think the more we interact with other communities and support each other and help each other, especially when they face a lot of the same problems that we do, you're just going to further grow your own community and just make everyone else stronger and better and come up with a lot of cool ideas that everyone can share and learn from. I enjoyed it.
Sure. Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. I mean, like, I've been impressed just in the, like, the further outbound, like the outreach that we've had, as I'm starting to see it really come around. I mean, Discourse has been getting some legit guests. I mean,
I think we're getting better. I think we're getting a lot better.
Yeah, I think that in general, I think that things are more just better. You're right. I like it. I'm excited about that. What's to come.
Going in the right direction.
Yes. Yeah. And Digibyte, they have been trying to do the community thing for longer than we have.
Yeah, they've been around for a while, huh?
I think they said like 7 years.
Yep.
Yeah, so they've been around for a minute.
Yeah.
And there has been a ton of fun in general around their community. It's like since the very beginning of it. So like, I mean, I'm not saying that there's not centralization in all of it too, but like I think that a lot of it was pushed as awful, in the early parts of Digibyte.
All right, so I'm catching up in the portion of the chat, I guess, when we were talking about yachts. So BMA says cars. Archie would like a camper van.
I like that. I wouldn't mind.
Hex Swimmer would like a Jeep.
Nice.
Briz looking into houseboats.
Houseboats. Wow.
He would.
He would. DJ Cryptomatic, the overhead of having a boat is nuts. Hex camper van with a DJ setup inside.
Nice.
There we go. Drink beer, watch shots on TV. Fair enough. Two best days of my life: the day when you buy the boat and the day when you sell it.
Yeah, 100%.
Excellent.
100%.
Everything in between is just noise.
All this is really cool here because, like, I know we've talked about this before, and I think lately I was talking with the Hex Mac and Cookie Boys, and I've talked about it with Franklin obviously as well. But like, Franklin has a Hex Streams channel, and like, I want him to start a damn YouTube channel. At some point, I know he's just really busy, but like, this is cool stuff where people can sit there and talk about what they would like to have someday, what their goals are. And you don't have to even necessarily relate it to Hex. Hex can be a part of you getting there, but just set those goals and stuff that you really want to hit, those milestones. Yeah. And I know Hex Mac was interested in doing it and was going to reach out to him, but at a certain point, if any Hexican wants to start up a channel like that, it'd be a cool one. I think all of us would be willing to hop on it. Franklin, I think you should get first dibs, but can't wait around forever too. Yeah. I think it'd be a cool. It's a good outreach to other communities as well, right? Like, we can talk about boats all day. We can talk about cars. We can talk about watches, whatever. Guns.
Absolutely.
Maybe
That's
not guns. YouTube might take us down.
that's true. Water pistols. Or
Water
something.
pistols.
Water
Super
pistols,
soakers.
different
Yes.
caliber
Yeah.
water pistols, and yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Abit was asking me on the Sparbook stream over the weekend. It was what would I like to see in terms of Hex content, and that's a great suggestion, Motley. And kind of like how this stream got started is we have so many smart people doing price analysis and charts. I mean, Kareem and Wales can talk for like 8 hours at a time and not get tired. And we got Discord Syndicate, and I mean, just so much great content out there that it's cool to be different. I think I'm cool. That's why I did a little something different. No, but seriously, like this is like I love hanging with you guys like every Friday, and like just doing a few different things and mixing up current events or sports or whatever. Just mixes it up a little bit, and the dream stream, if you will, would be awesome. Maybe I'll just start that right after this one.
There you go. There's the perfect title right there, the dream stream.
The Hex Dream Stream.
Yeah.
And it's cool to have charts and price analysis and all this stuff, but guess what? Every other cryptocurrency has that too. But what they don't have is they don't have hundreds of Hexicans that show their face, that stream every day, that have all these cool interests, other businesses, other investment advice, and everything else. Like no other community has that. And just like the Digibyte community, I love those guys to death, and what the stream we did was awesome. But at the same time, you can just see the difference between, we have so many more Hexicans that show their face, that are active in the community, that want to be out there. And so we need to start using that to our advantage. Go out there and start your streams of stuff that you're passionate about, and just let it spread into other places outside of crypto. Crypto space is gross. Like most of these people are toxic freaking morons, honestly. Like they've been in here for years. They have their bags that they hope go from 0 to like maybe 0.001, and then they can dump on somebody's head. Like it's time to move on and go elsewhere. We have a financial asset that can be used in the traditional world, that can be mass adopted across the freaking planet. Like we don't need to stay in the space anymore. We really don't. They can keep their games. We'll go to a new planet.
So I saw a question in here from Vogel that says, I watched an intro video from Hex and it stated stake early and long. My question is, what is that for people who come into Hex, say 2-3 years from now? What will be an incentive for them? I mean, I think it's an awesome question, and it's like the.
I was getting to it, Kirk.
Oh, sorry. I apologize.
That's the man that brings the questions up. Run it. God.
All good.
Our stream is all about front running people.
Yes.
Yeah, dumping our
the guy who dumps.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kirk. Appreciate it. No, but seriously, there's this one and there's another one actually back that I want to throw to you guys as well. But go ahead and speak on this one, Kirk.
I mean, one of the fantastic things about Hex is that, like, even no matter when you, like, what they mean by stake early and stake long is that, like, the share rate is constantly moving upwards. So, like, when the earliest that you can stake is the best time to stake. But there's always, no matter when you do stake your coins, depending on how long you stake them, you'll see, you can see, like, currently we're looking at like an average of, you're staking for average length time about 40% APY. So, like, and that's not gonna, like, that doesn't like disappear if you get in 2-3 years later. It might change dynamically based on whether more people stake or less people stake. So if more people stake, then that percentage will go down, but in turn the price should appreciate quite a bit in that time. So I mean, at the minimum that you'd ever get is 3.69% interest, so which is still better than any CD that you can get at the bank, so and at the maximum, if no one ever staked out there, it would be a lot more, like 369, but that's highly unlikely that that'll ever happen, so you can imagine that you're still going to, I mean, on average, see 15 to, even if you're doing year-long stakes, it's still like about 15 to 17% APY. So, like, I mean, that's very, very respectable interest rate to get on any financial product that's out there, let alone one that can also appreciate in price, many X, so I mean, there's always, even if Hex was at $10 a piece, you'd still be gaining the same interest, that you would be, otherwise, and it would still be fair for everybody, coming into the system to be able to make gains.
Yep. We got another question coming up about the Hex ETH relationship. But before we get there, just some comments on Motley's beverage of choice from the always inspiring Children of the Grave.
Wow. Go.
I
fuck
wouldn't
yourself,
say
sir.
that.
Yeah. Completely wrong. There you go.
There's that one bitter soda that you taste in the Epcot. Did you guys go in the cola thing, or is that closed, or how is that? Did you check that out? The little sodas from around the world.
Oh,
Children of the Grave. That was pretty good. Hey, Children of the Grave, what's your favorite? I mean, soda's all trash. I'm honestly only chose soda just so I can have something to drink. But what's your favorite soda?
damn, that's savage.
Yeah. We'll come to that because I'm like getting way behind on the comments. This is like the most comments we've ever had, most viewers we've ever had. So this is awesome. All right. So the Professor Jeff had a question for Professor Kirk or whoever wants it, but I'm new to Hex. Please explain why the price is dropping when Ethereum is going up so rapidly. I know what he's talking about here. I watched a video in which Richard said that they're linked.
Because more people are selling Hex than buying Hex.
Right now, right.
Pretty straightforward.
And that's, but I think,
no, what they're like, it's the relationship is tied. Like that video that you're talking about, back then the Ethereum and Hex pairing was the most liquid pair.
There's a reason why we went to USDC as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So now we have like a mix between like half of our liquidity is on Ethereum and half of it's on USDC. So we're not as tied to Ethereum as we were before. But in general, when they were parallel tied, I mean, they are tied to each other in the sense that until somebody sells Hex, then we stay at a similar price. Then if Ethereum's price went up, we would go up not as much as we would before because some of it's tied to the dollar now. But it'd still go up. Now, right now, more people are selling Hex than buying Hex. That's
Nice
as simple as that. And there's a lot of people there's a lot of, you could say there's tons of reasons for that, or explain, pontificate on them. But basically, there's a lot of unstakes that are happening from early stakers that are taking profit, and there's a lot of FOMO going on, chasing other stuff that's going on right now.
You don't even have to go deep into it, right? Just keep it simple. There was a dude that sold 20 million Hex today.
Yeah,
there you go. That's it.
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah. Just go back and look at it. It's all on the blockchain. Easy. You can see exactly what's going on. Who's selling? Who's buying? How much more people sold today than bought? Straightforward.
What's up, Sammy? Good to have you here.
Nice.
What else
Yeah, it's about as simple. That's the best way to put it. Simple as it is. There was a big sell that pretty much dwarfed everything else. And really, the full story is that a lot of that big sell has already been eaten back up. And
I didn't get on them too hard today, but I saw this on Twitter. But it was the same thing. They're talking about the price with Hex. I think it was actually more of just one of those concerned trolls than a legitimate question. But if you're utilizing Hex for what it is. Again, it's not a get quick rich scheme or anything like that. It is a certificate of deposit that you stake out from 1 day out to 15 years. And if you want to maximize your gains and utilize it correctly, you're staking long, usually probably a minimum of a year, if not longer. So honestly, price at this point should not be a concern to you if you're utilizing Hex correctly. If you really want to get the maximized gains from it, then price, it's cool. It's something to look into or look at, but it really shouldn't be affecting you emotionally that much unless you're not utilizing Hex correctly and you're not staked for the long term. Those people that have the most issues with the price.
And let's give it a full disclosure here. If you're a swing trader, Richard even tweeted this. If this is a swing trader's dream right now, literally almost 3 months ago, you just said to yourself, I will sell over a penny and buy under a penny. Just play that game. Just do that all month long for the past 3 months. Then you would have been just killing it. Just killing it. So who's complaining here? If you're a bad trader, then we can't help you.
That's why eventually, to me, it just comes down to concerned trolling. So I bring a lot of those questions into light, because traders can be happy if you're a good trader, if those exist, right? And then on top of that, the stakers are happy. So at this point, I think it's a lot of these Twitter accounts and what have you out there. It's just a bunch of concern trolling. So most times, the most reaction they'll get out of me is maybe a GIF or two, and that's about it, and just move on.
Yeah, and full disclosure, I am a bad trader, so I'm talking to myself. That's why I don't. Yeah. That's why I don't. That's why I don't like do that. I'm staking with my Hex. Yeah, so like no, that's why I'm like when Richard retweets that and he's like, "This is a swing trader's dream." I'm like, "Damn, he's right. I wish I was better at trading than I am."
Yeah.
Life is so much easier with Hex too. It's just it frees up so much time.
It does.
Vogel, with the questions today, I would like to hear your realistic views about the Hex price over the next 2 years. I mean, realistic too. Well, you say realistic twice, and I consider myself to be a realist. There are many out there who put some dream targets on it. Patrick Hexlion from Crypto Sparbook, him and I share similar conservative expectations. So my year end is like 12.5 cents, but I have a feeling some of the guys on the stream might go higher. Anyone?
Yep. So, go ahead.
Well, I'll finish. No, you can go, Molly.
No, you go. I want to finish. You go.
Okay. So long and like I mean, my same talk that I do every time this price comes up is I just stick to the fundamentals. Hex was designed to beat Ethereum. Ethereum went up 2.5x, it went up 10,000x in 2.5 years. Hex was launched in December. If we want to, its low point was in January. We hit 0.00056 of a penny. If we want to beat 10,000x, then by say May of 2022, we would have to be at 56 cents. That would be to be like proof positive we did the thing that we're designed to do. Then that's so like, I mean, that I know that does seem moony, and I agree because like, I mean, I'll be honest with you, from the get-go I thought that I thought that it would take over a year or way longer than it did to hit a penny. When it hit a penny, I was like, holy crap, So like I mean, and then the fact that we've hit 2 already once before is also staggering, to me. So like if I was being super conservative, then yes, I would be exactly where you're at, Cabana. I'd say a dime. That'd be like that'd be but why not more? I mean, again, we have to be at I think that a dime would set the stage in general for us to let's say the rest of crypto hits a top, hits a bear market. Everything, and Hex does what it did before, when everything else takes a fall and it goes up a lot, and that's when people see a run to safety. By that point in time, tested, trusted. That's my dream, but let's say a dime.
What you got, Vince? Do you have a number?
Finish.
I pretty much agree with everything with that Big K said, and it's really all using that 56 cent price as a benchmark and surpassing it. But I would say end of year, I'm betting on, I'd say 20 to 25 cents. So
man, y'all are getting me.
Getting a little hot and bothered. And this is even like moon math either. Like this is like the conservative. So I'm gonna go with a little higher for a couple of reasons. So you guys do realize he said 2 years, right? Not just 1 year.
That's true. He did say 2 years.
Were you guys giving 1 year prices or 2 year prices?
Oh.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and throw.
I did one.
At this point.
Yeah, I just did one.
That's why I just noticed you guys were all just doing one. So my 1 year is going to probably be around 20-35 cents, right? So maybe more, maybe a little less, but this will probably be one of the biggest bull market cycles that we'll ever see. We just have factors that are coming in with the likes of money that we haven't seen before with these gigantic players. Along with them, you're going to have retail on top of that, so you're going to see some truly staggering stuff. Hex is still going to have to get through over these first couple months. I don't care what anyone says. There is going to be a lot of supply coming on the market, so we do have to get through that phase. But I think by the end of 2021, we're going to see numbers and stuff that's just going to blow everyone away. I think it's going to be just full on FOMO. There's going to be more money in crypto than we've ever seen in any years past. It's going to be pretty astounding. After that, my 2-year price prediction, I think we could be anywhere easy between 50 cents and $1. And it depends on one thing really. Does the bull cycle end? I think the bull cycle will probably end either towards the end of this year or like early of 2022. If we start getting out past February, March of 2022 and we're in still full blown bull cycle, we might see a 2-year bull cycle with financial institutions coming in like Tesla, like Apple, like Facebook. Facebook comes out with Libra. You could see so much economic mass coming into the space that we've never seen anything like that before. So you could be, I would not be surprised at all that Hex hits that 50 cent dollar mark by the end of 2022. It just depends. Do we continue that bull cycle next year, or do we go into bear? And then even bear, if we go into the bear cycle, who knows? Nothing in the space exists that's like Hex that gives you at right now 40% APY on your money. I know in a bear cycle, my money is going there. I don't even want it in USDC. I want the thing that gives me trustless interest earning 40% APY through the next 2, 3, 4 years in a bear cycle. So who knows? Either way, the bull cycle ends or we go into a bear. I think Hex is going to come out on top.
Oh, that's the thing, man. It's Matty has said it. I was just about to say it, man. It's the roaring 2020s, man. It's like we're just like the cat. Like there's this like weird possible, perfect storm that we saw 100 years ago coming out of a pandemic. People like ready to print money like crazy to kickstart all economies. A whole new form of money system that before it was the stock market. Like that was the thing that like everybody was getting into. The taxi cab drivers telling you, "Hey, buy this fucking stock over here." Then like and like it was everybody made insane gains through that. Like we could be seeing that the beginning of that next insane 100-year. You see these cycles that are 10-year cycles. Whatever 50-year cycles. This could be like the 100-year cycle playing out, and it would be some epic, incredible shit all around. I'm ready for it. Take me away.
My body is ready.
Yeah.
Our bodies are ready.
That's right.
Yes.
Someone said
that's
markable thoughts.
$1 Hex.
That's a markable thought. Markable thoughts. Thank you. I like you too.
He's really awesome. Yeah. He's just come onto the scene recently, and he's come out with some really good content.
Maddie giving you all props. What's up, Maddie?
Yeah, thank you, Maddie.
Thanks, Maddie.
Children of the Grave offering some more deep insight on soda.
What do you say?
I mostly drink sparkling water. My favorite soda, however, is root beer.
I want to call him something, but I'm going to be nice. I'll leave it alone.
He wasn't nice to you.
A&W, you got your Barks, you got your Dads. If you want to go fancy, you got your Virgils. What's your brand of root beer?
Yeah, that's true.
What's that sparkling water that everyone likes to drink? LaCroix? He probably drinks fucking LaCroix. He seems like the type.
I just finished this bottle of Topo Chico.
That's what you guys do in California, right? You guys drink LaCroix?
Not me.
Thank you. I expect a higher standard.
Perrier. I don't like Perrier. Taste is a little weird.
Wales has entered the chat. What's up, brother?
What's up? Good to see you.
Yeah, so catching up on some comments here. So while we do that, everyone still has plenty of time. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
How about a little easy trivia, gentlemen? Vince.
I'm sorry about
time to exit scam.
All right. No, that's after you missed the first question.
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, there's no need.
I swear I won't get lippy today.
I watched that back. I do feel bad, but I'm still right. So
I feel bad.
Oh, the baseball one.
Yes.
So good.
I mean, in a starting lineup, there are 9 I don't know.
I know you're right. I know
But-
you're right. I was trying to argue a technicality. It's story
Yes.
of my life here.
All right. So for those, I think we have a lot of new viewers this evening, but for those who are unfamiliar, we do, when we can, when time permits, some easy trivia questions. That way, everybody can
3-time
participate.
champion.
I think you're 2-time champion.
2-time.
Is it 2-time?
We've only
I
done
can't
this
even
twice.
count. That shows you how talented this trivia is.
He's already,
award.
he's already seen the end of the stream or the end of the
There
the
you
end of
go.
the trivia.
Just
So
like
yeah,
the
Motley
person that-
is our reigning defending easy trivia champion, and Vince also has a nice streak going where he has
I'm
been
a different kind of champion.
He's been knocked out after the
First
first
round.
question both times we've attempted this. So there's that. And as you know, Kirk protested the last one. However, Motley remains the champion. So here we go. We'll go around the room. Easy trivia. If you get it correct, you stay in. I saw those air quotes, Motley.
Yeah.
They're
quotes.
easy questions.
Yeah,
I mean, I can answer
agree.
it.
We're just stupid.
Me especially.
I agree.
If you win, you stay in. If you miss, you get rug pulled. So here we go. We'll start with Vince.
You got
Easy.
this, Vince.
Easy trivia.
Hmm.
Vince, what is the name of the social media platform that came out in 2003?
Oh,
I'm going to say MySpace.
that's what I would.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, Vince has advanced to the second
Yeah.
round.
Nice.
Uh,
Yeah, that's what I would have gone with.
Motley,
I'm glad that wasn't my question. I would have said Facebook.
that was actually
Now-
the first answer in my head, but
I had to
Motley.
think about like when I graduated
Yeah,
and stuff. I was like, no, that doesn't work.
yeah, that's
Mhm,
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
around the room, Motley, which actor played the Prince of Bel Air?
Oh, sweet. Fucking.
You say that and then you can't answer it.
Yeah, I know. Will Smith. Jesus Christ.
Very good.
I was like the one actor. Like I'm so bad with actors and actresses, but then I couldn't remember his goddamn name. Will Smith.
Correct.
Jesus.
Big Kirk. What kind of alcohol is Russia known for?
Vodka.
Very good. Easy trivia. Easy. This is how it's supposed to go. First round.
Kept everyone in the first round. Congrats.
sometimes things just work as intended.
Good job.
Performed as expected, just like Hex. This time. All right, Vince. Who was the 16th president of the United States? Famous president.
Lincoln.
Very good, Vince. He has gotten as many right as he has wrong this entire trivia journey. Now you are back at 500.
Yay.
Motley, who was the 44th president of the United States?
Fourth.
Mm.
Oh. Clinton. Bye.
The correct answer is
Obama.
Barack Obama. Boys, we're gonna have a new trivia.
You just said to subtract one. That wasn't there. That wasn't that hard.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or I guess two now.
Yeah, too.
Sorry, Motley. All right. Vince, what is
Oh, wait,
the...
what do I not?
Wait.
Wait.
No, it's Kirk's turn.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
You gotta be able to get me off.
Man,
here,
I mean,
too.
actually, Vince could take it home here. Sorry.
Oh.
All right, Kirk. Which president is on the $20 bill?
Andrew Jackson.
Correct. All right.
Not for long though. It's
I
gonna be
hear
Harry
that's
Truman.
going to
It's
change
going to be
soon.
Harriet, right? I think.
Yep.
Yes.
I hear that right. Okay. All right, Vince. What is the sixth planet from the sun in our solar system?
Yeah. Like,
5, 4.
I'm gonna just say Saturn.
Correct.
Oh,
Yeah. You got it.
Big Kirk. What has a gravitational pull so strong that light cannot even escape it?
Black hole.
Very good.
Black hole.
All right, little pop culture. Vince, who sings the song "Born in the USA"?
damn it. I don't actually know this one. Mm. You're gonna have to rub pull me.
4. Just name anybody. 3, 2, 1.
I can't even come up with a name.
Britney Spears. Incorrect.
The correct answer is the boss.
The correct answer is the boss. Now, it was an early rug pull, Vince, because you're still in it. Kirk has to get this one correct to become the new trivia champion.
Bruce Springsteen was the answer, by the way. The boss is just his name.
Yes.
This is his nickname. He's not like my boss or anything. He's just like the boss, I guess.
The boss.
The boss.
All right. Are we ready for the championship? Belinda Carlisle was the lead singer for which famous girls band?
Belinda Carlisle. I should know this.
You're still in it, Vince.
You are probably still in it. Heart?
Incorrect.
I don't know.
The answer is the Go-Go's.
The Go-Go's.
They got the beat, man. They got the beat.
They got the beat. Bless. That is such an easier answer than I was going. You're still in it, Vince. We're still here. We're still here. Like
chat. Nobody look at chat because these guys are smart in chat.
Yeah.
You know,
Motley is headed to the chat. So, you know.
All right, Vince. All right.
Here we go. Vince.
Yes.
What city is known as the City of Love?
I know what the city of brotherly love is.
Can be anywhere in the world, not just the United States.
Is it Amsterdam?
Yeah.
The correct answer is Paris. And Hexy Mother, that is outstanding. Because I've read stories.
I would have also accepted Amsterdam, but
yeah, I've heard things.
Yes.
Love dark alleyways.
Yeah.
And Belinda Carlisle was smoking back in the day for 80s. Heck yeah. Moving on. Kirk, which U.S. state is the largest?
Are you talking population or geographic?
Geographic. You're not reading chat. Kirk?
I'm not. It's me.
Yeah.
It's between Alaska,
and
Texas.
Okay, so what's the answer? Don't read chat.
I'm not reading. I'm on private chat. I can't see anything.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Me too.
It's between the two of them. I want to say Texas.
Is that your final answer?
Now that you said that, I want to say Alaska.
That's the point. You could be right.
Mm.
All right. So what is it?
Alaska. Final answer.
Ladies and gentlemen, your new easy
Yes!
trivia champion,
Yes.
Big Kirk. Hey, Big Kirk, would you like to say anything to your fans?
It's taken me a while to get here. I've lost terribly my first tries around here. So even getting this far was honestly nerve-wracking. My chest is beating its heart is beating outside of its chest right now. Just glad to be able to take a step in the winner's circle. Feels good. Feels good. Can't wait to
Outstanding.
defend my title.
Excellent.
You can bring
Well,
the
we
boys
look forward-
back. This is great.
We look forward to seeing that. And as a custom UFC tradition, we now go to the loser's corner.
Hey.
So how are you taking that loss, Motley?
Well, I do have this new belt. Thank you, Vince. First one out. I'm gonna wear it proudly. Hopefully, only one time, so I can give it back to Vince. But yeah, it's not too bad. Not too bad. I look forward
Excellent
to giving
round.
it back to Vince. Another.
I was just gonna say, Cabana, next time you should put on the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire background music.
And the lights.
Yeah.
I have to exit scam all of you. I'm getting some texts from the family that the children are in need of assistance. This
do your
has been
thing.
an amazing adventure, gentlemen. I am feeling very good as champion of easy trivia.
This
The
is
Melvin
a
runs.
You earned it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just as a theme of the show, he sold Hex, and now he's got the title, and he's
And
exit
he's
scamming.
running. Everyone, keep your eye on Big K. That's all we gotta say.
Got to watch this man, fellow Hexicans.
You better watch me. We better watch out. No, it's been lots of fun, guys. I can't wait to do this again. This is,
Heck yeah, man! Thanks for
my highlight.
Thanks for popping in, man.
All right,
As
I'll catch y'all
always.
later. Yes.
Later, Big K.
Uh-oh. You know what time? Is
Pup
your
dogs.
Oh, sorry. Neighbor's dog.
dog?
Somebody had
those
some
my dogs
crows
in there.
earlier.
Crows?
Yeah, like out the window. Maybe it was Kirk.
It might have been me.
May
I don't know.
have also
I'm
been
out in
me.
I'm out in the woods.
I don't know. We have a lot of birds out here.
What I want to bring up here, just one more. Actually, our fellow Hexican Yashdeep posted this
Yashdeep?
cool little chart.
Oh, those look
Macro
like some nice
observation.
lines.
I see an ascending triangle. Those are known to be bullish patterns.
Hmm.
I mean, it is pretty hot. I'm in Motley's camp, though. I think that we can very well see weeks, if not a month or two more of
Sideways.
distribution.
Mhm.
I might say.
No.
But all right. Anything else on the rundown here? UFC, what'd you think of Usman, Motley?
Oh, that was nice. So I was almost right.
Yeah, the first round.
Burns almost took him out
Stung
within like
him.
the first minute. Freaking stunned him right on the chin and was
Right.
almost done. And I was just like, oh shit! And then Usman just came on. You know, the champ. He's a lot of people don't like him, but he's got that kind. He's a champion for a reason. The dude's tough. Came back from adversity, and one nasty fucking jab he's got, and yeah, put it to Burns in the later rounds and took him out. Yeah, that was a good. Hey, it was a good fight though. It was a really good fight. Yeah, Burns almost put him away right in the beginning.
Brazology sends his love, by the way.
Damn.
He shouldn't be so hard on himself like that. It's all right. We still love you, Briz.
Yeah. I also had one last note before we get out of here. Perhaps you got time for to judge a joke off, Molly?
Yeah, of course.
Outstanding.
Oh.
I saw you mention your mentor earlier today on Twitter, and I think you were reading a new book, and I think he's provided like a multiple pieces of content or reading for you. Can you care to like explain more about this mentor person?
Yeah, so I can talk about him. I was gonna have him come on our Knights of the Crypto Roundtable. Maybe I'll
cool.
do it this coming week. we didn't do it this week. It kind of fell apart because everyone was doing stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'll sum it up real short for right now. But I was going to college. I was a young dumb kid. Wasn't really paying attention like I should at school. I was just partying. Wasn't financially. I was pretty much financially illiterate at the time, and I used to work at the gym on campus, and he was one of the instructors, and he was one of the business professors, and started talking to him, started working out with him. Knew right away he was a very, very smart guy, and we started talking, and I knew he was a professor, and I asked him what else did he do, and he started talking about real estate, and then it just kind of perked my interest, and he gave me a list of books to read, and then one of the first ones on there was Rich Dad Poor Dad, which everyone knows, but for good reason, right? It was that anecdotal story that Rich Dad Poor Dad Robert Kiyosaki did so well, describing his growing up between his poor dad, which is actually his educationally affluent father, who had his, like, I believe up to his PhD and all this stuff, but was always financially poor because he didn't understand money and the power of making your money work for you instead of punching the clock and being a slave to essentially how many hours in a day do you have to actually earn your living. And then his rich dad was actually his friend's best dad, who started off very poor, but he understood the power of money and making your money work for you and not working for your money. And that book, it was just a light bulb I needed at that time that just clicked, that switched on for me. Became obsessed. He gave me more books to read. Richest Man in Babylon, Millionaire Next Door, just everything. I just kept consuming everything. Got more and more interested in real estate, and then he just took me under his wing. I was like, yeah, I took the initiative. I was just like, I'd be very interested to go look at your properties, how you manage them. So he did. He took me to his properties, showed me how he managed them, showed me multi-unit buildings, showed me the difference between commercial, residential, showed me everything. Opened up his books, taxes, deductions, cost segregation, you name it, the whole gambit. So
that's awesome.
It was a life. I actually, when I met him, because he's down in Orlando, so when I was staying with him before the Hexican Meetup, I told him, I was like, Rob, you were the best thing that happened to me in college. Over all the money I spent, all the classes I went to, you by far were the most valuable thing I ever got from college. Everything else I could throw out the window. I could care less what I got from college. Again, was I as focused as I should be? No. But at the same time, his information that he provided and what he was able to show me was 1,000 times more valuable than what I learned in some stupid lecture hall and I was paying 10 grand, 20 grand a semester for. So long story short, best friends ever since. I introduced him to HEX. He's going to be getting into HEX, was very interested in that. Excited to see just the Ethereum he purchased go up in price. And so I get to pay it forward to him now. So now I'm much more knowledgeable in a space that he is unfamiliar with, and I get to share that knowledge back with him. So now it comes back. I get to pay it forward to him. He continues to show me stuff. Now I'm starting to look more into commercial because I've done a lot of residential. And now he's starting to show me what he does with commercial and cost segregation, a bunch of other cool features that I'm not as familiar with now because I'm in the residential sphere. So very intelligent guy. I would relate him probably to anyone in the Hexican community, like Gary. He's another example of Gary. Just a brilliant man, entrepreneurial mind. Dude's all about his numbers. And I was just very fortunate that fate just had to line our paths up. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I want to get your comment on that. And then looking back at the beginning of the show, I had said that we kind of took a detour. So there's actually quite a bit that
I forgot.
I missed there. So let's get on to this thing here. So some wonderful people, group of great dudes got together this week.
You should have done the Bernie Mac one, the one that Joe Exotic.
Yeah, that was hilarious too.
That would have been a good one.
Bernie Sanders, you mean?
Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Mac. I miss that guy too.
Yeah,
But
good guy.
yeah. So how was it, man? I recognize a lot of familiar faces, some new ones
Yep.
in there as
So
well.
so I'll run everyone through. So obviously I'm on the right. Big Pep. Yep, he's a giant, just like everyone expects.
But
Hexo. Then you got Coffee, and then you have Nardo next to Coffee. That's Nardo's parents across from him. Then you have Tim, and then you have David Morales. Then you have Hex Kong and his wife in the back. And then you have Escatar way back there, and his wife is covered up by David Morales. But yeah, that was it was a cool trip, man. Like it's one thing to do the stream with everyone, but to actually physically go out there and meet these people, hug these people, and just talk and joke around and shoot the shit and talk shit. It's just go and enjoy a nice meal, go on all these rides, and just do stuff together in person. You can't put a price on it. It was an amazing time. It really was. And all good people. They're 100% just as they are on stream as they are in real life. I don't think there was one person there that I expected anything less from. Everyone was great.
so what you're saying is Hexo's not a dick.
Yeah, Hexo.
Okay.
Hexo's Hexo.
Because I mean, I really wondered about that guy. No, I was kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
He
Was
didn't
it-
eat a certain chip that he promised.
Yeah. Besides
Hey,
that,
we're
you
getting
know,
to that,
besides
Vince. We're getting to that.
But yeah, so Hexo and I did a lot of vlogging stuff. So between him and I, we're gonna share some clips and get some vlogs together. His editing skills will probably be better than mine, almost 100%. But we'll get some stuff together so you guys can kind of see what took place. And yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. Look forward to doing more in the future.
Yeah, I can't wait. Like I said, I'm already talking to Pep about getting together this summer.
Yeah.
So hopefully that works out. And chat's fun. But anyway, so without spoiling, I guess anything that you might share through your vlog or just general like day around like the park. Was it like Central Florida, something like that?
Yeah, so
Dinner.
we were in Orlando, and we were all meeting up on the 17th. A lot of us were in earlier. I think Nardo had been going around doing a lot of stuff. Hex Kong had been there earlier. Some people flew in that same day. I think like Corey the Investor. Where is he? Oh, he wasn't even here yet. So that's another person that's missing. Corey the Investor. He did a couple good Hex rap songs. If you guys haven't heard them already. But his flight got delayed, so he came later. But he's an awesome guy as well. But wait, what were we talking about?
Just kind of the question there. Like, what do y'all get into?
Oh yeah, so pretty much the main day was 17th that we all met up. We went to Epcot. I think I met up with Hexo and Coffee. Were there first. I met up with them. We went to like Space Earth, or I'm not gonna remember the rides, guys. The one that's inside the ball. We went there. Hex Kong and his wife showed up. They came and rode it with us. Then we got out, and then just about everyone else was there. So we met up with everyone else. Started drinking around the world. I think Hex Kong bought the first round of beers, which was nice, but smart, because then I bought the second round after everyone had showed up, and it got a lot more expensive. So good move on his part. But no, even after that, he actually bought everyone at his table. He bought everyone's lunch, so that was really cool.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, so that was really awesome of them. Again, Hexicans are just great people. But yeah, so for the rest of the day, we just we drank. We went on rides. We went on some ride that spins you around after we've been drinking all day. That was an awful idea. No one felt good after that. Everyone was just like got off and was just like, yeah, not a good idea. But then we had reservations at this is France. This is France, so we ate here. Very good food, and then we did Coffee. Some reason only had his flight. His flight got in that day and then like left that night or something. Like, so he had to leave early, and then then we went on like Test Track, which was cool. And after that, we all went and got food on the boardwalk. So we couldn't get any reservations together, unfortunately. So we had to split up. So half of us went to Boathouse, and then the other half went to House of Blues. Both evidently were very good food, and then most of us just crashed because it was like midnight after that point. Yeah, it was a good time though. It was a really good time.
Back to this point, yes, and keep in mind that they were in Florida, which has sensible.
What, guys? It's amazing.
Yeah,
like
I was there like at peak COVID, this like in July last year, and it's just a different mindset, and
Yeah.
there's no panic. Just everybody have common sense. You don't have to get locked down.
Yeah.
You can still do stuff and be responsible.
Yeah. I
Mm.
don't want to go either way on the mask, but look, we did have to wear them at Disney, but like everywhere else in Florida, you don't really have to wear a mask. And I'm not gonna lie, it was a very welcome change, because being up for me personally in DC, I'm honestly just kind of sick of it.
Yes.
Just everything being locked down, mask, can't do this, can't do that, can't even open up schools. Florida is already going back to a sense of normalcy, and it was very pleasant to experience that. It's been a long time.
Flames is trying to get my channel banned, but yeah, I do. He is a good governor, in my opinion. Absolutely. I mean, he's kept his state open and
They're
the
doing well
numbers
because of it. Yep.
in check. Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, just the tourism, like people are flocking there, not just for tourism, but to live as well. Yep. Stylus. I'm not there currently, but when I am, yes, I am on the left coast of Florida, Tampa area. So July-ish, maybe before and or after as well. I'll be there for a while. So if you're there, let's hook up, man. Yeah. So now it's like, wish we had the normal UK.
UK sounds rough right now.
Yeah, it does.
I do not envy you guys.
Yeah.
I love my UK brethren, but man, you guys have some shit to get through.
All right. So one more thing on the list before the joke off, and it is something both of you, I believe, are familiar with. Let me make sure. All right.
Oh God.
Oh God, are you gonna play the?
Fuck that thing.
I just want to make sure the sound is on. Can we hear the sound?
No.
You
have to go back and
before you share it, you have to click a box.
Yeah, there's a little.
I did it again.
Share audio. Thing.
Oops, like Brittany. Hold on.
This is gonna be the new chip
the
gate.
memories.
Did Joe switch out his chip?
Oh, there we go.
Just kidding, Joe. I'm sure you ate the chip.
Yeah, that was a little suspect.
Yeah, nothing.
Joe's a cool cat, but that just seemed a little too cool.
It was almost too cool. I'm telling, I love you, Joe. I'm sure you ate the damn chip, but that spice is so hot, it's to the level that your body just it's almost like a knee jerk reaction. It is excruciatingly painful. It's like you swallowed a mouthful of mace.
Oh my God.
I can corroborate that.
Yeah. It's like someone said, open your mouth and spray
it's like
mace.
Somebody just pepper sprayed you in the mouth. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so all right, just give me a 30-second, both of you. I guess Motley can go first since you're right below, but 30-second summary of, I guess, the anticipation, eating it, immediate effects, and then maybe how you felt the next day.
So I didn't.
Were you psyching yourself out?
No, not at all.
Okay.
There was a lot of other people that were psyching themselves out. Joe was hitting me up, telling me, he's like, bro, I saw a girl's nose bleed. Someone else had to get the 911. And Brand was just I don't know, I might just have to drink something. So Brand actually took it pretty well too. I was impressed with Brand. But I was fine until it actually got to the point I was just oh, okay, this is gonna be kind of bad. It was funny because I went back and looked at the video trying to figure out if Joe ever. Hold on 1 second. All right, sorry about that. Right in the middle of the story. God damn it. But no, so I went back to look and see if there's times Joe's chip went off the screen, which it did. Just saying. But I looked at everyone else's chip, and theirs is nice and uniform and everything. Yo, mine literally had it must have been a 1/4 inch thick of just a glob of the freaking pepper concentrate. And it was so bad because I ate it and the chip's so dry I couldn't get it down. So it just stuck to the roof of my mouth. Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
It was bad. But it's really the first 5 minutes is the most excruciating thing ever. It started reverberating in my jaw, then went up to my ears, and it felt like someone was literally setting my ears on fire. At one point, you'll see me like cover my ears and like just like excruciating pain.
Wow.
But like we had the contest to see who could go the longest without refreshment. So like
that was my next question.
Yeah, I was about to say
I forget who it was because I watched it. But.
Yeah. And that was the thing, right? Like, so like I didn't take it as well as other people did, but I'm also a stubborn son of a bitch, and like I will die before I lose and like just in one of those competitions. So I'll just keel over before I give up. So yeah, we ended up doing that. I think everyone pretty much made it besides Skippa Jenkins, who unfortunately was a new Hexican, and he hit me up and said he wanted to be on stream, which I found, I was like, you sure you want this to be your first stream? He's like, I got the chip. I was like, okay, come on in. Like, and man, he took it the worst. He had to run off. He said he puked, got all that crap out, but was dying. And
is that the guy on the left there?
Yeah, Skippa Jenkins.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You'll
I remember
him,
that.
like, run off.
Yeah,
early
I was watching.
and we're like, come back and let us know that you're like alive and not like dead off camera, you know. But after that, everyone made it through with no refreshments all the way to the end, and then I kind of tried to bait everyone. It's just like, yeah, go ahead. Cookie's like, can we like drink now? It's like, yeah, go ahead. And then I was just sat there and watched. He's like, wait. And I was like, I'm not going to drink because I'm going to go this whole stream and win this thing. And then I think Cookie ended up drinking. Everyone ended up drinking besides Vince and I. So essentially Vince and I ended up winning the title. Joe probably handled it the best if he did eat the chip. Joe.
Oh boy. I mean, just look at his face right there. He's scheming.
Yeah, he's got the blue tortilla bag underneath his lap right now. But yeah, so once you get past the first 5 minutes, it's not as excruciating. The pain goes away. Again, just like anything else, you have to get through. You have to bear that initial brunt, and once you get through that, you've gone through the worst of it. If you can get through that, then the mild pain and suffering that you have to go through for the rest of it, it's nothing. It really just wears off towards the end. But it was one hell of an experience. Again, just another kind of, it really was kind of like a Hexican bonding experience, because after this, I don't remember how long you stayed on, Vince, but I know me, Cookie, and Hex Mac ended up joining on, and then Maddie, and we went to about like 7:30 in the morning. Like, like an hour or something. But we went till 7:30 a.m. Eastern time, just talking, doing MetaMask swaps. Just like, again, this community is just unlike anything else I've ever experienced. Just great people.
Yeah, I hung out a little bit in the green room, but I went off after you guys started doing the MetaMask swaps.
Yeah, we did those for another like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Good gas fees, by the way, at the time.
No.
So how you did all right, Vince? Same as
well, obviously being Asian, like I've grown up on spicy foods, so what I did was basically the entire week leading up to it, I just made sure to eat something spicy for every meal I had for like lunch and dinner. So try to build up my tolerance a little bit. But then the chip still surprised me a little bit. Just kind of because of how like dry it was. Yeah. So it's just really like after you take that initial bite and try to force it down your throat. Yeah, it just kind of like sticks in there, and like you just have to like you just like and it was a really wide chip too, so you had to kind of like sort of like bite it a good few times before you actually start swallowing it. So then like all the spice powder just kind of like just spreads throughout your mouth and kind of the back of your throat. So the initial first few minutes were a little agonizing, but like after I was able to actually get the chip just down to my stomach, like it was pretty much it was smooth sailing from there.
After it finally made it there, it was okay.
Yeah. I made sure to like prep my stomach beforehand too. Like I like chugged a bunch of milk, ate a couple like Tums. Like I gave it a nice pool to settle in, so to kind of like reduce the aftermath afterwards.
All right, well, let's have a look at the moment.
It is a blue tortilla chip. Okay.
Freaking Joe's chip is the only one off screen.
All right. You guys ready?
One,
Ready as I'll ever be.
2, 3, salute.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. It's so bad initially.
It's so dry.
I know, right?
Like a Popeye's biscuit.
Like a Popeye's biscuit.
Do not wipe your eyes.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh, Kool-Aid is rough.
We got a timer light.
Oh,
I see 6:14.
He had an older chip too. That's not as hot.
well, there goes Skipper.
Yo, Skip.
Oh.
Oh, his face. The
he
pain.
dies so quick.
Oh, this is really dry.
This is really dry.
all right. Yeah, it's entertainment.
So did Joe like?
It burns,
Did
guys.
he show the
Oh
packaging?
god, the burn.
If you go
Oh,
back and
God.
watch it, his packaging, he shows it and then he goes off screen and he has it in a paper towel. So I don't know. It goes off.
Yep, this is hot.
If he ate the actual
Whoa.
chip, it is beyond impressive.
It doesn't
because
help.
that
It's
shit
so
is
dry
bad.
No.
He didn't flinch.
or hot.
You guys okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
I need to see him eat this thing again. Keep it on screen. Break the seal.
Ooh,
and
I
So
feel
who,
my
who is
ears.
supposed to win?
Man
Who's
down.
supposed to win this, Vince?
Yeah. Oh, I might have to go headphones off.
So people voted against me. They
This
didn't think that I would take this home, huh?
Oh,
It's okay.
Vince,
Poor
how you doing? Are
Skipper
you
over
frozen or
there.
you meditating?
I'm doing all right.
Skipper said, "Fuck, not drinking."
When does it start to get hot?
See, he's
you.
just trolling.
Yeah, I swear, to, man. If he didn't eat that chip, I'm gonna fuck him up when I see him in real life. Look at him. Oh, my eyes. Oh.
I mean, he did have a
oh,
good point there, I guess, in the fact that he was like, "Well, if you've been pepper sprayed a couple times in your life, it probably isn't that bad."
I don't know what that has to do with your taste buds. Or your mouth.
I don't know. I'm just
Like, did he go like this in the middle of his freaking when he got maced? Because I have no clue what getting maced in the face has to do with taking it to your
Ugh.
mouth. But okay.
oh man.
Yeah, Joe. We might
That's
need to
what-
see that done in real life. If it wasn't so bad, I'm sure you'd be willing to do it again.
Round two.
And we can watch that. We can watch that chip come out of the package and make sure there's no tampering.
Yeah, I'd like to like get some training and then do it with you guys. That'd be fun.
Let's not make this a recurring thing.
No.
Markable. We're about at the end. You're going to miss the
The
Hexican
Jokeoff.
Jokeoff.
Yeah,
Oh,
guess
boy.
we better get to that.
Yeah, let's do that here. Re-rack.
Mm.
All right. Well, for those who are new to the program, we usually end, if Vince and I do, when we don't have a Silver the Antidote on, or Whales Only, who offer us deep insight for hours and hours. Vince and I, joke each other off with some dad jokes, and it's the best out of 7, usually.
Mhm.
And the first, or not the first, but if you laugh, the other side gets a point. Hold it in, you hold serve. Without Big Kirk here today, Motley is the sole judge. And we have chat playing music. Hexmac, I knew you'd be here. What's up?
Dun, dun, dun.
So, without further ado, I guess let me recite the record. I'm up 2-1, but we've also tied. Vince is the most recent winner. He has champion's advantage as he's the current champion. Vince, would you like to go first or second?
I will go ahead and go first.
What? Okay. Caught me off guard here.
Mix
All
things up a little bit.
All right.
All right.
I got to prepare. Go ahead.
Okay. Hey, Cabana.
Hey, Vince.
Why did the coffee file a police report?
I don't know.
It got mugged.
Great joke, Vince. Great joke.
Thank you. Good job, Vince.
Thanks.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
Want to hear a joke about paper?
Sure.
Never mind. It's terrible.
Good one. Hey, Cabana.
Hey, Vince.
What do you call cheese that isn't yours?
I think I know, so I'm going to keep it together. I don't know what.
Nacho cheese.
Yep, there it was. Laughing at your own jokes, man. We're gonna have
man. Do I get a point for that?
We're gonna have to rewrite the rules here.
Oh,
Negative point
fuck.
for Vince.
Oh,
For that
maybe that's a
terrible joke
tiebreaker.
and laughing at it.
he's still laughing. Maybe I should capitalize on this. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
How do you drown a hipster?
I don't know.
In the mainstream.
That's the one.
Oh, man. All right.
I had to hold it together.
You waited too long.
I did. I was not quick to pounce.
Hey, Cabana.
Hey, Vince.
What do you call a factory that sells above average products?
I don't know.
A satisfactory.
That was the best one yet. Excellent job.
Thank you.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
What happens when you eat too many SpaghettiOs?
I don't know.
You have a vowel movement.
That makes sense.
Because the letters
Yes.
eating.
Hey, Cabana.
Yeah, Vince.
What's a ninja's favorite type of shoes?
I don't know.
Sneakers.
Took me a second, but yeah, that might have saved
Damn
me
it.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little too
Yeah.
much thought there.
Got a biased judge. Hex Mac, I think that should be a point to me. Just saying. Ooh, all right. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
What do you call a dog in a submarine?
I don't know.
A subwoofer.
I think I might have used a joke that had that punchline before. Yeah. That was a good one, though.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Hey, Cabana.
I'm not going to spit out my drink on this. Hey, Vince.
Why was the coach yelling at the vending machine?
I don't know.
He wanted his quarterback.
Okay. What? What's the cook?
What?
What?
Oh, I said he wanted his quarterback.
Who did?
The coach.
Coach. I thought you said cook.
Oh.
It definitely sounded like Cook. I will
Okay.
verify that too.
I'm
I
sorry.
did not understand it all.
No, I'm like,
sorry.
Okay. Well, I got off easy on
I
that
watched that one. I
Cool.
Guess. Oh,
Unforced error.
unforced error.
Advantage Cabana. All right. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
Did I tell you that I replaced my bed with a king-size trampoline?
No.
Yeah, when she finds out my wife is going to hit the roof.
That's a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Cabana.
Yes, Vince. This going to be another cook joke?
No.
Okay.
Why do nurses like red crayons?
I don't know.
Because sometimes they have to draw blood.
It's good. Going with like the elementary school jokes now. Got it.
Yeah.
Hey, Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
I believe our friend El Hexadente was in Hawaii last year.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you know if they allow loud laughing there or just a low ha?
I don't know.
With a low laugh.
That's a
I
good
heard
one.
there. Yeah.
Hey, Cabana.
Hey, Vince.
I haven't even told the joke yet.
I can't read chat when I'm like doing this, but yeah. All right, good. Yes, Vince.
What would the Terminator be called in his retirement?
I don't know.
The Exterminator.
Because he was, but now he's, yeah. It's good. It's very good. Good job, Vince.
Thank you.
Yeah. Last round. Hey, Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
What kind of tea is hard to swallow?
Oh, I know this one because it was on my list. But I will say that I don't know.
Reality.
Yes. This is very true.
Gotta laugh out Motley. I feel good at least. He didn't see the joke.
Last one, huh?
I have a feeling, well, if I can hold it together, we have one chance for a tiebreaker. So
Bring out the pot of humor, Vince. You got this.
Let's see. Hey, Cabana.
Hey, Vince.
Why is Peter Pan always flying?
I don't know why.
Because he never lands.
Okay.
I
Is this a cook joke?
No, it's not a cook joke.
Okay.
Yeah, that went over your head.
It's called Neverland, where they're from.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Didn't
Yeah.
Damn it.
It's okay.
saved myself.
That's too...
Sorry, Vince. You should have just stuck with potty humor.
All right. We have one tiebreaker. Do you have a tiebreaker, Vince?
Yes, I do.
On standby. All right. We have one
Yes.
chance at this. Let's see here. How hard do I want to go? Vince.
Hey, Cabana.
How is tightrope walking like getting special kisses from someone who's unattractive?
Oh, I have no idea.
If you want to enjoy either, you can't look down.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I thought that was my last shot. All right.
Oh, man.
Keep it together. Keep it together.
All right. Hey, Cabana.
Yeah, Vince.
Why do some couples go to the gym?
I don't know why.
Because they want their relationship to work out.
See, fortunately, had a gym joke last week with the same kind of.
Damn it.
Yep. So, yeah, held that one off with ease. Lucky. Got lucky on like 3 of those, actually. The
Is
cook.
this the second or third tie?
Third.
Third?
Yeah.
Shit. 2, 1, 3.
We got to bring some more heat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are using the same sources. You got to go outward.
Hmm.
You guys know each other's own jokes.
That I could do. I have
You have sources.
I know
sources,
people.
but I've gotten lazy with my procurement in recent weeks just because of time constraints. So I will make an effort to do better. Let's all be better.
Vince's reaction always just makes me laugh. Interesting.
Or the grunts.
Yeah. Every time.
Oh man. Well,
it's not the joke. It's just Vince's reaction every time.
It's me.
HexMac would like to know about special kisses. Well, I can't help
Maybe
you
when
with
you're
that.
older.
When you're older.
Oh man. Okay, well maybe he remembers now. But anyway. And he was yelling at us to go hard. But anyway. All right.
We're talking about special kisses and going.
Yep.
Never mind.
Anyway. That'll close us out. So Vince will go around the room. Where can everybody find you? And also want to ask, when is the next HexAsian stream? Because I was looking to plug it earlier today. But I did not see you did one this morning.
Yeah, we're actually first you can find me at on Twitter at CryptoVince369. And yeah, as far as the HexAsian stream goes, we're still trying to work out a time, but I think it will be sometime sometime tomorrow actually. It's because we have people in several different time zones that are interested in coming on, so yeah, it's a little hard to coordinate. So yeah, we're still trying to figure that out, but yeah, I will. Yeah, you guys will see it on Twitter as soon as we figure something out. So,
is it the same three, or are
it'll be us three, and then but we're going to bring on a bunch of guests. So yeah, it's going to be kind of like a sort of similar to the FN Hangout on Discord.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
All right, gotcha.
Yep.
At Motley Investor, where can we find you?
At Motley Investor. And if
Thank you. Thank you for that
channel,
update.
Yeah, no problem. If you want to find my YouTube channel and you can't find it because of that damn Motley Fool.
Oh yeah.
Just type in investhex.com.
He
They
always
also bought $5 million of Bitcoin, so good on them. Now the Hex.
Yeah, and I would, of course, what's funny is I think you're like close to that area, aren't you, Molly? So where their headquarters is.
Is it in, where's it at? Where are their headquarters?
It's like DC-ish.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Then
So I originally, when I saw your handle last year, a year ago, whatever it was, I was like, oh, are you affiliated? And you're like, nope.
Actually, I made the same connection when I first saw Motley on Twitter.
All right, before we go, where did the Motley name come from?
It was just so like I had diversified portfolio already, just like real estate, precious metals, cryptos, stocks, anything, you name it. So Motley just means an assortment of different things. So Motley, investing, put them together. I just needed something catchy, quick, and I probably could have taken more time on it and figured something else out that wouldn't give me SEO issues with Motley Fool that's already well established. But I tried and I just couldn't get anything else that seemed like a better fit, so I just said fuck it. I'll just be bigger than them one day. No worries.
Awesome. Yep. All right, gents. Well, thank you for another outstanding stream. I think most viewers we've ever had, most active chat we ever had. That's awesome.
Awesome.
BMA, you are awesome. Thank you very much. Thanks everyone for watching. And we'll do it again next week. I think our season will run. We run on TV time, so we'll take the summer off here, perhaps with some special shows. But our season finale will probably be April or May. So you still have us for plenty more weeks. Mo bigger. That's what we aim to do. All you guys are nice. Look at you guys. All the thanks and comments coming in. All right. And Motley, rug pulled. So, all right, Vince,
Mm.
we'll see you later.
All right, later.
Peace out.
Take care.